And we're back. Sorry to interrupt a few technical difficulties.
Probably use a cell phone selfie for your videotaping. and then a phone call comes in and it's whatever.
Yeah, hell with work. So what I was saying was, and I didn't obviously get to join you guys for the pregame, but we talked about in prior episodes, my concern with Michigan going into this game was I knew that Ohio State was going to get some points on the board. Michigan had the number one defense, but clearly this is the first serious quarterback you had to deal with. Real passing game.
So the amount of yards that they have allowed per game is what we put up in the first half, and then we doubled in the second half.
Right, and and so I knew Ohio State clearly didn't know 62 points would go up. I knew Ohio State would be able to get theirs. You weren't going to hold them to 94 yards offense like us. You know, I didn't. Of course, I'm not saying you playing differently, but I also knew in my mind. I thought you'd get your stops. I thought it came down to, and that didn't end up happening, so that was a huge part, was obviously how the defense played. Offense put up more points than I thought, but it was all, pretty much when it was over. But that was the thing that impressed me was Ohio State's defense came to play. Even though it gave up 39 points, the majority was when it didn't matter anymore.
I will say I liked it, not just for that reason, but also because after watching these Big 12 games and people kind of comparing, Big 10 doesn't have, not necessarily you guys, but the rest of us don't really have defenses compared to them. Well, we didn't allow 59 points and win by 1 point in that. I mean, we did against Maryland, but
sure.
But in this, yeah.
You guys' defense has not played well, though. That's the thing.
No, it hasn't. Like I said, we have a lot of talent. We have a lot of depth with that talent, and it's just a matter of them actually, each of them doing their own job. Everybody was trying to do each other's job, and it's you focus on your job, and it'll all come together.
Sure. It's work as a unit,
yes.
and that's clearly, that was the biggest surprise to me. I was surprised that Ohio State put up that many points, but by the same token, I wouldn't have been shocked to see 45 points put up on the defense in a win. 62 and could have really maybe been 70. That is shocking.
It was shocking to me too. But in reality, Michigan gave him 21 points. It isn't really on the defense. I mean, a blocked punt for a touchdown. They gave him an interception at the 10-yard line. Shea Patterson. I can't really put that one on the defense.
Sure.
Milton threw an interception late. They gave Ohio State the ball on the 15-yard line. They scored.
Yep.
So I mean, you can't fault the defense for those. I think the defense realistically gave up in the mid-40s, high 40s, which is still crazy. I mean, they were giving up 13.5 points a game before this game. The defense had no answer. And again, too, Ohio State kneeled at the end of the game, too, so there's another touchdown maybe they would have gotten.
Sure, and that's it. Right, they did.
But there's no question insane how they cut through that defense.
Oh, yeah.
So, and again, we probably don't have time to go into all this today, but as a Michigan fan, I'm
Great.
not in the camp of the people that are like, Don Brown's defense is going to work against a good team and stuff like that. But they need to tweak it, but you don't fire Don Brown. I mean, the guy's had a top-ranked defense 4 years in a row, including the year that he was at Boston College with that team.
Yes.
He knows what he's doing.
No, he totally does.
But he needs to adjust. But here's the thing as a Michigan fan, and I said this, swear to God, talking to my son going into the game, I said, our offense has to win this game for us. Because that
I'm glad you brought that up.
Is so good. Even if we slow them down, the defense literally wins every game for us. The offense needs to win. If it's going to be a shootout, let the offense win a shootout. Our offense needs to be locked and loaded, ready to go. And to your point, we scored 39 points, but we settled for field goals early again. Michigan ran a very conservative offense.
You guys kept going for 2, which was, if you ask me, stupid. Though I don't know why.
But the thing is, I kind of understood the game plan because they wanted to ball control, which Michigan actually had a huge time of possession advantage.
You guys had almost double
crazy, right? You wouldn't think that. But that was the theory, is let's keep that offense off the field. If Michigan can run the ball, everybody thought Michigan would be able to just run the ball.
Yeah, but do you think that kind of tired your defense out? Or or were they trying to be let's tire their defense out?
But if their defense is tired when they have a TOP that's double yours,
Here's the thing. I've been through this. I've been on Twitter with Michigan fans. So many people just think it's assistant coaching and play calling and stuff. In a game like that, sure, there's mistakes, and in hindsight, you can criticize the players. Some of them didn't play up to their potential. They just ran into a fucking buzzsaw that did everything right. That with a talented team, with a talented team, like that Ohio State team is reeking with talent. That's not the same Ohio State team that played Purdue.
No, absolutely not. It's not the same one that played Maryland.
So yeah, Michigan's at fault for a lot of it, but Michigan could have come in with the perfect game plan and played their best game, and I don't think they would have.
Now I'm glad you had brought up like
maybe another day, not that day.
I'm glad you brought up people saying like, Brown should be fired, etc. Now there's a lot of people saying Harbaugh should be fired. They're taking to Twitter. They're like, I'm not going to buy anything else Michigan until he's fired. I don't think he should be fired.
Yeah, Walmart sales will hurt.
I don't. Nice. I don't for a minute think he should be fired. In fact, like, I hate the guy because he's Michigan, but I have respect for him. I think in that game he was way too one-dimensional with his offense, which did not help. But as much as I don't want him fired, I also don't think that he is worth the $7.5 million you guys are paying him right now.
Can I argue that though?
Yeah, go ahead.
Economics.
Yes.
Economics, sure. And on an economic, sure. And I agree with you. His value in terms of what he brings in, absolutely his return on investment, 100%.
And that's what you had to pay to get him because of where he was in his career.
Totally got it. And I agree with you. But let's separate that, because what we're talking about here is not the economics. Yes, he's worth it economically, but economics is not wins. Economics is not wins and losses. We're talking about what does he bring strategically to this team. And once again, you might not like this, but I still go. You look back at this season, and I said, you go 8-4. I'm impressed with that season. You go 10-2. That's absolutely outstanding. Little did I know that Wisconsin sucks. Michigan State has no offense. I mean, literally one of the worst offenses. One of the worst offenses.
Russian bear.
Zangief. One of the good friend showed up.
Yeah.
Lost my train. So Michigan State has one of the worst offenses.
Which I figured you would.
What do you do? You're seriously going to tell me that you look back at that schedule? Just a second. Did you downplay Michigan was down? Can I finish?
Go ahead. Whatever your point is, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Because you don't want to listen. You just want to speak.
Want to talk. That's what you like doing. You like to talk a lot about
I was talking.
Okay, talk. Yes, downplay Michigan's victory.
Exactly.
Yes.
Live in your world. Live in your safe space. Live in your space.
I will.
You're a great coach. You have a great coach. You're the best team in the country.
We do have a great coach. We're not the best team in the country, but we have a great coach.
Co-Big Ten East champions, put up the fucking banner like Jack Harbaugh wants. You will not listen to anything. You are interrupting me.
We haven't heard this time and time.
Because it's the truth.
It's your
Michigan
opinion.
State. Oh my Christ, God Almighty! We have the 114th ranked offense.
Your team sucks. We beat a.
Actually, we have a better defense than you do.
Oh, okay.
By far.
All right.
By far.
I don't agree with that.
Okay.
At all.
Well, you just gave up 62 to a team that we held to 27 points with the offense that couldn't get a freaking first down.
See, he's fucking crazy.
You put up 39 points. You can't even hold them to. Yeah, that's all you got. Your team sucks. Your team sucks.
All you got is all Harbaugh's victory.
No, I have facts. I have numbers backing me up. I have facts and numbers backing me up.
I ruined his buzz because he's so happy that
I should really cut this
I'm sorry.
I'm having too much.
That's all you got. You go. No, it isn't.
It is.
It's a little brother thing. No, what's little brother is celebrating 94 yards instead of being embarrassed by getting thumped by your rival. The only two teams.
It was embarrassing.
The only two teams that you. The only two teams. I was talking about Wisconsin.
Winning 10 games.
You wouldn't let me finish. If you would let me finish, you interrupted me.
We only have so much time. This isn't about Phil's opinion on Jim Harbaugh. That wasn't the topic.
I haven't said hardly shit tonight.
Go ahead.
You don't want to hear it because I'm not blowing you guys.
Spew it off. Spew it.
Yeah, here's what it is.
Oh, yeah. Feel good about it.
He doesn't listen. He doesn't listen. It's so typical.
I do listen. No, you're so typical.
Yeah. That's listening. That's listening. That's listening. That's listening? When you're saying yeah when I'm trying to say something?
Listen.
You interrupted.
Let me tell you what he's going to say. Okay, he beat a Michigan State team that was 7-5. He beat a Wisconsin team that was supposed to be good. It was a weak Wisconsin team. Yeah. You know what?
Penn State?
Yeah, beat the shit out of Penn State team that's 14th in the country right now, right?
So did you get any clues from that? Did you get any clues?
When you won your 10-game seasons, who did you beat?
You many
We're going to go back.
Ohio
we're not
State
gonna
for
do
one.
Another show.
Ohio
Yes,
State
you
for
guys
one.
did a good job beating Ohio State. But
No, we beat them.
Yeah.
We beat them. You don't have to tell me we did a
did
good
beat
job.
them.
We beat them.
Yeah, you did.
So
You beat Ohio
but this
State.
is the world you live in. You don't have to win. You just get a trophy. You just get a trophy.
Michigan went 10-2. They had some
And
very
once
solid
again-
wins.
That is a
Against-
good season. That is a good number.
Listen, if you would have let me,
Whatever.
if you would have let me
You're so
finish.
green and white in your eye.
Oh,
you think,
sweet
That's the
Jesus.
thing. He thinks that I'm maize and blue glasses. You're the green and white glasses.
You haven't even let me
I will
finish
at
what I'm
least
saying.
admit that.
You haven't
I know
even
what
let-
you're saying. Go ahead.
No, you don't.
Go ahead. Take over. Take it over. Tell me what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, you lost to a Notre Dame team
Yep.
on the road. Obviously, a
playoff
good
team.
Notre. Sorry. Go ahead.
I know the schedule. I know every team's record on the schedule. You want to quiz me on it? Do you want to quiz me on the strength of the
So
teams
so
on
you
the
just
schedule?
get to deny.
I don't understand what your
that-
point is.
My point is that
Your
the
point
Big
is you
Ten
just
is
went-
weak. This is the weak Big Ten.
The Big Ten
Sorry.
is down this year. So
Yes.
what?
So maybe that shows that you're not the number one freaking defense in the country. And I think we saw that on Saturday.
Okay.
They had
Point.
a horrible game. That was an embarrassing loss.
That was an abomination.
Yeah.
Point
but your
taken.
team's been embarrassing all season.
No, it hasn't. Our defense is number 2 in the effing country,
like,
bro.
Guess what? There's two sides of the fucking football.
Yes, and our offense has been an
You're
abomination.
75
I've
after
never.
going
But you know what I
3-9
don't
2
do?
years ago.
You know what I don't do is go,
What?
our offense is okay.
No.
There's a certain point that I went, our offense was plagued with injuries, and it was. Guess what? It ain't anymore. And we still suck on offense. Awful.
Well, I went
and
to
that's
Spartan
something
State
we have
and
to
watched
own
Michigan
up.
play Michigan State. I wasn't that impressed with the defense. They played okay. Your
Really?
defense played
Really?
okay.
Our defense
Yeah.
played okay. We shut you down 9 times in a row. You couldn't do anything until the end of the third quarter. We played every single team we've played. Nobody scored anywhere near what their average is. That's
Before the
every
Ohio State
single
game, we've held teams to half of their average on almost every game. That was it. That game, they blew the shit out of us. It was an embarrassment, but it was the only game the entire season that Michigan gave up a team not less than their average.
Our defense has not done that. Our defense has not done that. But that's
No, you haven't. But if you think you played the same Ohio State team as Michigan played, you're kidding yourself.
no, it's a different one. It's
Yeah,
a totally
it is.
different
It
one.
is fucking different.
Okay. Anyways, so good stuff. Good
Anyway,
stuff.
I mean, I'd be frustrated if my team was in the shitter too. So.
Oh Lord.
That's all I'm
My
saying.
team's not in the shitter.
Yeah, they
and,
are.
Anyways.
Oh, really? We'll
Yeah,
find
they
out
are.
next year.
Anyways.
We'll find
I
out next
can't
year.
wait. I can't wait.
Yes, and for the record, keep Jim Harbaugh. Please,
we
God,
will.
by
Lifetime
God, keep
contract
it.
would be great.
Oh, bring it,
Because
bring it,
guess
baby.
what? When he took over Michigan, Michigan was probably the 5th best program, 6th best program, 7th in the Big Ten, and now they're 2nd in the Big Ten.
Now they're second. They haven't accomplished
is
anything.
the
They've
only-
won nothing. Nothing. This is a team
they won
that
10
his
fucking
best finish has been under Harbaugh
He's
is
psycho.
second
He's
in
a
the
psycho.
East. Oh, I'm a psycho.
He gets so mad. It's
I would like to.
Safe space
I
for Steve.
won't
Second,
even do the
second,
podcast anymore if he's gonna be like
second.
that.
I would like
second
to.
in the Big Ten.
I would like to
This is-
start talking about our next topic, which is basketball.
Oh,
and
sweet.
you guys are facing off against the Tar Heels
Yes,
tomorrow
we are.
night. Thank you so much.
Can I get another one of these, please?
Did you want another?
This
Yeah, I'm good. You can take that one away.
I was going to say something nice about Michigan State basketball, but I won't now.
Yeah, you can
And,
separate the two. You can keep
No,
football and
I
basketball
think
separate.
Michigan State
They're
are
different
the two best
sports.
basketball teams in the Big Ten, but I think Ohio State is 3rd in gaining.
Wait, what?
Third and
They're
Oh,
third
in the Big
gaining.
Ten. I was like, no, we're 16.
No, you guys
I just
are.
saw.
You guys are for real. And but Michigan, I've been to all the home games so far.
I also feel it's too early for us. I'm not even celebrating.
It's too
Like, I'm
early.
happy we're ranked, and I appreciate that. But like, I feel like it's way too early to see
Phil
like
Lynn
where
is-
we're at.
He ate his humble pie in basketball last year, even though he had a great year. When you said it
Oh,
was the
no,
best
no, no,
Michigan
sir.
State team that you ever saw.
Oh no, we went
earlier.
31-3,
You said it was
man.
the
No,
best.
dude, give me a trophy.
Yeah, well, you did get a trophy. So, and you should have.
31
You
and
won the
3.
regular season Big Ten championship. So
Correct.
you should have gotten a trophy.
Correct. We did
Right?
something. We accomplished something.
So
Correct.
I
Here's
also
the
have
thing.
to.
Here's the thing. You know what? When you
Okay.
there's one team in Michigan's way, Ohio State. It's the only team they haven't been able to get over the hump. So people out there, you can't win your own division. That's what Sparty sit there and go like this about all day long.
The fuck is Jim Harbaugh's 2-2 against Michigan State?
Hey,
Yeah.
Let's
hey,
not act.
hey.
Let's not,
Yeah.
let's
I
not
changed
act.
the
3-1
subject
against
to
Penn State. It's
basketball.
2-1 against
Hey,
Wisconsin.
you
Never
two.
finished
Hold it.
above 2.
No.
Never finished
No.
above 2 in the
Guys,
fucking
I changed
conference.
the topic to
People aren't
basketball.
gonna watch this shit. I wouldn't either.
Oh,
I changed the topic to basketball.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm just saying.
my early
Only
returns
basketball.
are it's.
Talk about your Tar Heels
November-
game coming up.
November basketball doesn't matter much.
But Tar Heels are still a great program,
I'm
so it's
excited.
going to
I'll
be
at the
something
game.
good.
Michigan this year, I'm very, very excited about. I think it's a more talented team than last year's team, but there's some chemistry things that they got to get down. But yeah, the sky's the limit. I mean, Michigan. I'll be interested to see how the matchup against North Carolina.
What are you
It's at home.
predicting to happen?
It's
Because
at
you guys are
home.
currently ranked above them, or I
Yeah.
should say below technically.
Yes,
Because
I
you're
think
lower.
that, Michigan wins a squeaker, 72-69. Basketball is hard to pick.
It
I
is.
wouldn't
It
be
really
shocked
is.
at all. If they
I feel
lose.
like
I wouldn't be
basketball
shocked
is
if they
way
win by
easier to
20.
have
I
something
mean, it-
sway either way. Who do
Yeah.
you guys play next?
We play Louisville tonight. Good
That's
game.
actually
We had
gonna be
two
a really
games.
good game.
We had two games.
I don't
We
know
were
anything about Louisville.
we were in the Las Vegas,
They're always pretty solid as I see.
especially with Patino. Oh wait, he's not there.
Bye, Patino.
So we played two games. We played UCLA in the Las Vegas Invitational, smoked them. It was kind of a younger team, a very talented, athletic team, but we ended up smoking them. But then turnaround next day was extremely impressive. Texas beat North Carolina on the other half of the bracket, and I didn't realize Texas was going to be that good. I was shocked, totally expecting to play North Carolina, but I was just really impressed with our effort. We were down to Texas like 17 or so points plus, and then we turned around and turned it into a 10-point victory, so 12-point victory. So
Now, I have to say something in regards to when we first started talking about basketball, I said Duke is the real deal. No one's getting past them. Wow, Gonzaga. Wow, was I wrong? And I will be the first to admit that those guys.
I think
are,
we all kind of.
Holy crap! I did not see that. I thought it was going to be close, and I thought Duke might squeak by, but whoa!
I didn't even see it until the next day.
Oh my God!
Wow.
This is going to be a really interesting season because that's so early and there's still so much to be played. Like, is there going to be somebody else that's going to come and whoop Gonzaga's ass? And you're just like,
I mean,
what?
well, you got Kansas is an extremely talented
Virginia
team.
always comes out of nowhere.
Gonzaga plays a weak schedule.
I feel like yeah,
do, but
I feel like
that's
we
the
can
thing
pretty
with
much
them. Once
count
you-
Xavier out of it at this point. Like they were pretty high
Well,
ranked
to be-
preseason, but
yeah,
then
to
they've
be-
fallen. Wisconsin whooped them. You guys whooped them.
You talk about the top four, though. I mean, that's really an impressive victory, and their schedule is weak, but you beat Duke to start.
Oh,
Then
yeah, they're
then
great,
go.
but I'm saying once they get in conference, they'll probably go undefeated. It's like
They will. They,
Oh, yeah.
they really might. I
and,
mean,
and you know what the thing is, they could face off again, come Big Dance. But here's the thing: is Duke going to be ready for that? Yeah, they probably will. They're gonna change their game plan around. So that's why I think it's going to be so interesting to see like when you have those early matchups and they're coming. We have Syracuse coming up because this is the
that's
Big
right.
Ten ACC battle. Which I always like. I think because there's so many great teams in both sides. Syracuse is always a solid team, so I'm looking for it. I think that'll be a good test for us because we haven't had like a real opponent yet. We've played well, but we haven't had like a real opponent. So I'm looking forward to see how we match up against Syracuse because whether ranked or not, they're always just a solid basketball team that can come out of nowhere to win that game. So good stuff. I'm sorry. I wanted to break that argument up earlier, but it was quite possibly one of the most entertaining I've ever seen you two have. This reminded me of the day in the office when you guys like had to sit down at your respective desks and
you and
not
I
talk.
got to that one
Yeah,
time
what-
too.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I just can I
I've
point
been
out
there.
some,
No, you
something
just, you just
ironical?
scream though. You get so mad, and it's just
Hey, shake hands.
Can
guys.
I just
shake hands?
Can I just point
There you go.
something out that's ironical? You just talked about Gonzaga having a weak schedule. Like after they
But they
beat
play in a
Duke,
weak conference. You can't compare the Big Ten to Gonzaga.
a weak Big Ten.
No, come on.
No, basketball.
Come on.
We'll see what happens. But
I think
in
the
football,
Big Ten- I think the Big Ten is gonna be big.
but the point is, but my point is with
Oh,
that.
yeah.
But the point with that is that they just beat the equivalent of Alabama. Okay, if you guys played Alabama, listen, just hear me out. If you guys played the equivalent of Alabama and beat them by 1 point in the preseason, and just let me hear me out, and beat them by 1 point in the preseason, and then played the exact same schedule, had the exact same results, that changes everything. But you didn't play you played the equivalent of Notre Dame, and lost to them. So that's why I'm saying Gonzaga may have a weak schedule. I agree. They're clearly not the rest of the. they're not an awful conference, but they're clearly not a top. You know, they're not the ACC. But they've already proven to beat
But what
a
does that
team that
have
is
to do with anything?
because you've won a big game.
So,
You've
yeah,
won
so
a game.
They won a big game. My point is
That's part of being a
All right,
champion.
all right, you got your point. Go
Now
ahead.
you listen.
Okay.
Why does it matter? Anytime we talk about a team, a game, why does it always have to come down to your opinion on Jim Harbaugh not having won anything? Like, what's the point? Whether you believe that or not, what does that even have to do with anything? Like, are you saying that? I mean, can't Michigan fans feel good that they went 10-2? They played the teams in front of them. Yeah, they
You sure
lost 2
should.
games. Yeah, they
Absolutely.
had an embarrassing loss to their rival.
Absolutely.
They had an embarrassing loss to their rival.
Absolutely.
But
You should
to
feel
me,
good.
People can question that all they want and say he hasn't won anything, because he hasn't won a championship. But you know what? He took over a shit show, and now he has a really good football program that wins 10 games almost every freaking year. He's recruiting off the charts. What's the point? Like, at what point do we just talk about the football game and who beat who? Why does it always have to be about Jim Harbaugh's worthiness? I don't understand that.
Well, because I guess it goes back to the
it's probably
same.
the hypeness. I'm not. This is just my opinion.
I
I think.
bring it up.
No.
But you wanna
It's
know.
the bad
If
side
you
of the
wanna
fans.
know.
It's the bad side of the fans.
It's an ugly
You're,
side.
and the
you're,
media.
you're a good Michigan fan, but there's always bad sides.
Yeah.
So the bad side always hypes him as their savior.
And I think
So
it's more
can see that.
to me, it's more the media that's irritating than anything else. I'm listening to the media. I'm listening.
Although
to,
the media ripped him apart, and I kind of felt
Well,
bad
but you still have people. I was listening to Colin Cowherd.
Oh,
and
He blows with the wind.
Oh,
He
he's
did that
oh
shit a month
totally.
ago saying Harbaugh was better than
Nick Saban, yeah,
And now,
so literally,
But Wentz just did the same
I watched
thing.
a show from
Wentz does the same
I
thing.
watched a show from Friday, I think.
He did, though. You did.
I watched the show from Friday,
makes me
and
so
he
mad.
literally it's him and Joe Klitt, and he's telling me that, and he's saying he mentions he's like they're gonna he says like they're gonna Michigan's gonna destroy Ohio State. Fast forward to yesterday's show, and he's like, I told you, Ohio State plays like an SEC team. It's like all these schools up
I
north,
did watch
but
that
Ohio
clip.
State is this.
I did.
And he's like, I told you they were gonna do this and
But he
that.
didn't.
Like, no, what world? And that's the thing that I want to punch people in the
It was
throat about. Like,
complete bull because we
and
did
I don't
not
blame
play
Michigan
like that the
for
rest of the
You
year.
want to punch me in the
No,
throat.
I don't wanna
All
punch you in the
I've
throat
said
anyways.
Since Harbaugh got here is I've supported him.
Sure.
I'm a Michigan fan, I support him. But I don't say, hey, he's the best coach in the world. Wow, he's got Michigan on top. All I'm saying is he's grown them every year. And I'm
No, but
proud
he's
of
definitely made you guys more competitive.
where the program is. You can't base one game. Yeah, he's lost Ohio State 4 times, but you can't. I'm saying the blowout. You can't say because Ohio State scored 62 points now the whole thing's gone. It's just
Much
unraveled.
like when we beat Ohio State in 2015 with our backup quarterbacks, and then we went to the championship game and we beat Iowa, and then we got smoked by Alabama, and Michigan fans are harping about our 38-0 loss.
But I didn't.
Come
I
on,
did. Go
dude.
back to
Jesus
Twitter.
Christ,
Go,
Steven.
Look it up.
Are
Okay.
you serious?
Anyways, we
you
are-
know
Michigan
your
State fan.
you know your
I-
fan base, dude.
Oh, yeah, they were.
Guys,
They were. But
you
we
liked
are,
a bunch.
We are coming to
I
the
bet
end.
you there was
so
some likes.
the one last thing we need to
Likes.
talk about
He might not
is
have tweeted it. He likes.
predictions
Passive
for this weekend's score. Ohio State is playing this weekend in the Big Ten Championship. We go to Indianapolis. We play Northwestern, who won their division. An 8-4, an 11-1. What are we thinking score-wise? Give me your prediction on the score.
I have a lot of respect for Pat Fitzgerald and Northwestern in the way they play, but they have a talent deficiency against Ohio State. If this was in Evanston in October, I think Northwestern would give you guys a game. I think you guys are going to blow the shit out of them. After what I saw, 52 to 21.
Okay. What about you?
Can I just check one thing before I answer this question?
Nope.
I have to.
Is it about Northwestern and
Yes.
Ohio State? Okay. Now, personally, after the Michigan game,
If you want me
things
to
are
go
clicking.
first, I will.
No.
I got it right here. This is all I need to know.
Okay.
And this is what I was looking at. I knew I had an idea, but
What their
Northwestern's, yeah. Northwestern
they
is
just beat Illinois by like 1 touchdown.
right. No, but so Northwestern's not scored more than 34 points all year. Okay, their offense is not gonna.
Okay, guys?
Yeah. Could I actually get a another small one to go? in the
Ooh,
Yes.
he show is hungry.
They scored 17 against Michigan. How much did they score against Michigan State?
Oh, God.
21.
Oh, God.
Better defense.
Luckily, they didn't have to score a penny more because we could only muster 16.
Anyways,
probably.
what is your prediction?
The point is, they're not going to put up a lot of points. This is not
No.
an explosive offense.
No, I don't believe so. I mean, let's point out that their quarterback literally is 14 touchdowns for 12 interceptions. That's almost a 1-1.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying we have the best defense. They came to play last week, but if we bring that same defense, I don't know that Northwestern will put up any points. Now, I hope that's the case because, as I said, I am not ready for the playoffs until I see us blow someone out. So let's blow them out of the water, and then I'll say, you know what? Great. I hope that Alabama beats Georgia, and I hope that Texas beats Oklahoma, and we go in. But until that happens, I'll settle for Rose Bowl. But my prediction is going to be, honestly, I can see them putting up another 60-point plus game, so I'm going to say 60 to 21.
I don't think they're going to get that many points.
Ohio State or
Ohio State.
Northwestern?
I think Northwestern's going to be able to put up 21, maybe 24. Anyway, 17 to 24. I wouldn't be shocked by. I feel like Ohio State's pretty high right now, and but I don't.
If we start clicking on all cylinders, then there's a chance.
Yeah.
Playing indoors too in a dome with that passing attack.
We do really well indoors, I've noticed. Though, if you ever look at our indoor games, it's like our guys feel more natural. We also work on an indoor practice field, so that might be why. It just feels normal. It feels comfortable to them. So I love when we play on indoor fields.
I think it suits your offense very well.
Yeah,
Bitches.
absolutely.
You did fine outdoors
Indoor
on
field.
Saturday, so yeah.
Yeah, I think we all took a break for that one. Anyways, thank you for tuning in to this very special episode. A lot of love in this room. So much love.
The Michigan MSU rival is alive. Rivalry is alive and well.
I am your host, Buckeye Drew. Go Bucks.
Wolverine Steve, go blue.
Go green.
And there it is. That's my guy.